Hi students, and welcome to week 2, module 2. I just wanted to make a quick video to check on to see how you guys were doing and explain a little bit on what to expect with the upcoming module. So uh, again, I'll put the week 2 video in the week 2 module. There's still a PDF to explain a little bit about what's upcoming in week 2 module. Again, we'll kind of have the same thing. There's some slides that covers what you'll learn in your badge submission. So whenever you go through Microsoft Learn and do the badges, the PowerPoint slides reinforces a little bit of that material. Also, if you go to the week 2 PDF here, you can see all of the badge submissions you'll need to do. You should have 4 badge submissions here. Azure Database and Analytics Services, you can see that they'll line up Azure Compute, Azure Storage, Azure Networking. So those are the badges you'll have to complete for this week. And then we'll also, for these modules, since we start covering core Azure services and solutions, we're going to start creating them in Azure as well. And that's what these projects are going to be. So you can see that we have project 1 and project 2. So the project are just which project it is in the course. But we have which walkthrough it is for Azure. So the Azure gives us about 21 walkthroughs. And we just picked about 10 of them for you guys to do to reinforce the material in which you learn through the Microsoft Learn. So once you've submitted your screenshots for the badges, then you'll go through and go to project 1 and 2. So if you come back to your learning module again, let me go back to modules here, go to module 2, and we can see that we have a project 1 and project 2. So if we click on project 1 walkthrough, and you go to the PDF file at the top, it gives you some directions on completing the assignment, completing the walkthrough. So once you go to Microsoft Learn here, which will take you through the walkthrough on creating a virtual machine, you don't have to put the arrows in your submission. It just points out or emphasizes where you need to change some information. So task 1, step 3, input the name of your resource group. So my resource group VM -III, where III represents your initials. So here, for example, my initials are DJD. So I put my resource group, my VM resource group -DJD, and then my virtual machine name is my VM -DJD. And that just ensures that the virtual machine name is unique because you cannot have duplicate names and resource groups that are already taken by somebody else in Azure. So that just ensures that it's unique. And then also make sure here that we can see your photo and your name up here in the top right-hand corner to make sure it's you. And then there's a couple instances where we submit a screenshot, show us the public IP address of your virtual machine, and then you're going to set up that virtual machine as a web server, and the instructions take you through how to do that as well. And then make sure that this IP address here matches the IP address of your virtual machine. And that being said, insert the screenshots. And lastly, the most important thing is once you're finished with the assignment, make sure you delete the resource group per the instructions in the walkthrough. And that's just to make sure you no longer incur charges on your virtual machine. So if you go to Azure, let me go through and go to portal.azure.com. And you can see here at the top you have resource groups. And if you click resource groups, here are some different resource groups that I have. So I want to go ahead and click it. And I'll click, let's see here. If you click over here on the right, it might give you the option to delete. No, let me click on the resource group. And you see you can delete resource group once you click on it, and then you'll have to input the name of the resource group. So, for example, this is Cloud Shell Storage East US. And I can delete it. You can see up here at the top right-hand corner that it's deleting a resource group. And that will delete all of the resources inside of the resource group as well. So if you have multiple resources within a resource group, it's usually just easier to delete the entire resource group, understanding that everything, all of the resources within it will also be deleted as well. So it's kind of like a cascade delete down. So let's go ahead and go to this Network Watcher resource group. Go ahead and delete this resource group as well. Network watcher.rg and delete, and that one will be deleted as well. So I hope this walkthrough or this introduction video to this week helps, and I look forward to seeing your completed projects. Reach out to me with any questions you might have. Remember, I have office hours on Monday and Wednesday from 2 to 4. And if you just have a small question, feel free to send me a message in Teams or an email as well. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.